And welcome back to this video. We are now going to attack, kill, destroy, how to do a scale drawing. So come to the flooring project and let's go ahead and see your work. Notice I'm going to add over here a new drawing. So notice down below I have the option to add the drawing. Again, this keeps me organized. I know where it is. As the teacher, I can look it up as well. And lastly, it already names it for you. So just go ahead and click into that. Now we have a palette here that has grids so that we can count them. So we're going to do a scale drawing. Remember, and you don't have to do what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to write this down because we need a 30-foot by 39-foot situation. Okay, so I'm just putting that to remind myself. You don't have to do this part. Okay, so how do I do that? I'm going to make a rectangle here, some kind that's 39 by 30. And the orientation doesn't matter. Like, are you going to put the board here, excuse me, the whiteboard here, or do you want to put the door over here and the whiteboard over here? It actually doesn't matter the orientation too much. But I'm going to pretend that this is the whiteboard is over here, the doorway is over in this way. Now, if you're doing a simple 30 by 39, that's a level B, then you can do that. Otherwise, you're going to make an alcove over here and also a little bit smaller in the back of the classroom. So I'm going to select line here, but notice this polyline. What this does is it creates an area, just like we did on the maps. So, and I'm going to go ahead and count it off. So I'm going to start at the door, excuse me, let me just do a rectangle first. So it's going to be 39, so I have to count 39. So I'm going to start in the back of the room here. And so there's 2. And if you hold the shift down, watch this. Notice that it kind of gives me all these, any angle I want. But if you hold the shift button down, notice that it jumps to nicer angles, right? Here's a 45-degree angle. Here's a 90-degree straight up, right? So if you hold the shift down, you get this digital sort of version. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 19. Okay, so click go there. And now we can keep going. Notice that if I hold the shift down, I can get flat here. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And that's where I want. And now all the way over to here. I don't have to count again. I just have to line it up in the right place, like so, and bring it all the way back up to here, and it closes. And there we go. Now, if you want that B, if you want that, excuse me, that A, you're going to want to get a little bit more crazy by having the door up here. You're going to want to shrink this over, and I'll show at the end of this how quickly we might be able to do that. So, all right, so now I want to start putting some measurements in. So we use the apostrophe for feet just to make it short. So I'm going to drag this over, wait till my icon changes, drag this over here somewhere in the middle there, and I want another one that says 30 feet. 30 feet there, and I'm going to make that smaller and drag that over here. Now, since there aren't any alcoves here, and I'm not shrinking things down, I don't need to have these little lines like I did in that, if you remember, the in the PDF, right? So notice I did a line like this and a line like this, just to say, oh, that this is 30 feet. You don't have to do that because it's very obvious that the dimensions here are 39 by 30, right? So I won't do it for this diagram here. Now, let me label a few things here. So clearly I'm going to have a door over this way. So maybe I'll just label it with a text box here that says door. And then over here, I'll get the whiteboard or projector. like so. And that's pretty much the extent, right? We don't have to get too much crazier than this. I do want to also point out that we can now insert something. So if you go over to Home Depot and grab a sample of what you're going to use, if you right-click on it, notice you get Copy Image Location. So go ahead and select that and come back into the tab here, and we're going to insert an image, and we're going to do so from URL. Paste that in, and you can see quickly that it shows up. I'm going to cancel just to show you again. I'm going to insert, or you can tap on the image here, Insert Image by URL. Again, you can right-click and paste, or do Control-Command-V. So Control if you're Chromebook, Command-V if you are on a Mac. And notice, now I get a sample of this. So in the diagram that I provided in the PDF, I just threw this in the corner, something like this. But you can do whatever you'd like. So if you'd like to, do a whole row, and I just did Control-C and Control-V just to paste, copy-paste, something like that. And how to make it fit, you can fit it like that. And then I can even do the same thing for some other one that I had. So let me get a picture of this guy here, copy image location, come back in here, and by URL, paste, insert, and I'll do the same, same sort of situation here, trying to make them the same size. I think this will lock in place, so it actually does a pretty good job of creating a very similar size there. Yeah, I can do that. And then I can just Control paste. Whoa, excuse my cat. Something like this. Now you don't have to do it like I'm doing here. If you just want to throw a few samples up on this, that's completely fine. But now at least we get a sense of it. So this would be a scale drawing according to the just the dimensions that I provided for you. Now, if you want to do a better scale drawing, then you're going to have to think about the doorway here. So I forget how wide the door is, so you're going to have to count that out. I'm just going to, for now, I'm going to say it's like 5 or 6. And then down here, like so, and then it comes all the way down. Of course, you should count that way. Now, over here is going to come this way, but then it pops in just a little bit, like that. So you're going to be by scale, though. If this is 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, maybe it comes in 3.5 feet right there. Okay, now I'm going to bring it back, however many, 6, maybe 10.5 feet or something. Bring it back up to here, something like this, right? It's got to match up down below, and then this one goes all the way to the, and then this one comes here, like this. And now this is not to scale. I didn't do it exactly as it should, but this is a much better diagram. So now I'm going to enter in my numbers along the rows here, right? So I'm not going to say 39. Rather, I'm going to say, I'm just going to make something up here because I haven't done the measurement, but you can do the measurement. So I'm going to say 27. So this puppy here is 27 feet. Now, if you do Control-C, you can copy that and then paste it. So then now you can just drag this around. All right, maybe this one over here is also 27. Control-V, I get another one of those. This one might be, it's going to be bigger than 30 though. So maybe 30, 35, something like that. Okay, so this is where you get the more advanced, making a diagram like this. But everything else is the same. All right, enjoy your diagramming. Make sure, and I'm not exactly sure, yeah, it's attached. Notice here that it's already attached, so you don't have to do any sharing or anything like that. It's already shared with the teacher. One more thing, of course, that you're going to have to do is get the document and open that document, and you're just going to have to cut and paste stuff from over here. So my apologies, I forgot to share that with students, so let me go ahead and show real quick what we're doing with that. When we open up this questions here, I think if I just select everything, which I did Control-A, and paste it into there, and then we can do that. Good. So now I have the reflections already in. So I do apologize for that, but that's the quick thing. Again, what did I do? I selected everything by doing Control A, does everything. If you're on a Mac, it's Command A. Then Control C or Command C. Then over in here, I just did Control or Command V, and it pasted everything into there. Thank you very much. Get working.